humans of Twitch. I'm Neil Austin. Welcome to Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Today I'm joined by a guest in the wings. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
From your local graveyard, it is I, Necro Junkie.
We're gonna learn how to fish today. Wait, what?
Yay!
It's just a tip that appears like when we are loading right now. That you're learning how to fish. The in-game minigame here. You just have to hit the A button at the right time. If you hit the right time, you tire the fish out better. And in between the last stream of this and this one, we finished up some random battles so that you don't have to watch a whole bunch of grinding occurring on screens. And now we need to teach them school. Everyone's not very motivated right now, unfortunately, because they didn't get all that excited during battle. So we're gonna train Didu in how to punch people.
Yeah.
Didu.
You're gonna learn how to punch people.
I appreciate your effort.
Yes.
Get in there.
I mean, during my practicing, he kept getting critical hits with his gloves attacks and dealing massive damage.
I appreciate.
He's also very good at punch people regardless of all that. And we have to... Oh boy.
Quite intriguing.
Okay, I guess Felix is willing to learn at least. And Ingrid, let's see.
Better learn.
Oh no, that was
It
bad.
wasn't supposed to be like this.
So warm.
Strike her cheek and console her. Oh no. Oh lord. I'll critique. Okay.
Next time, for sure.
We increase her motivation. Oh no, it's another bad one.
Next time.
Another bad one. She was badly motivated.
I'm gonna teach her authority. Okay, we got it. She got some bad ones, but we were able to give her motivation to continue. So, okay, we taught her something. That's okay. And we have no more room to teach anyone at all. So, we're gonna just move on. Keep having her learn how to fly with a womanizer.
Professor.
Womanizer.
Yeah, his name is Sylvain. Sylvain Jose Gautier.
He's a womanizer?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Big time.
Oh god.
He also has red hair.
Ah. Damn it.
Care to train with me?
But his hair is like obnoxious red and not like I'm an actually ginger red.
Crossing swords with worthless opponents.
Not gingery.
But you seem like a worthy.
But right now it's not focused on Sylvain. We are having a weird conversation with Felix, who is a swordsman. He likes a sword.
I've always been interested in your technique.
He is kind of obsessed with training with a sword.
And traveled Fodlan fighting
as a mercenary.
He's interested in our history as mercenary before he became a professor for reasons.
To train.
Why?
And he wants to become stronger, but he's never thought about why he wants to be stronger.
He doesn't know why he wants to be stronger. He's just like,
I mean, he learned to thrust a sword before he could write his name. That's generally how people in the kingdom are taught, I guess.
However mighty your crest may be, it was the perfect environment for me. I could live free.
So yeah, the kingdom. They learn to swing a sword before they learn how to write their name.
And live to grow strong.
I guess.
Interesting.
That's what I was taught. Why should I? Nothing's as important as the pursuit of strength.
Oh, nothing's as important as
but that's enough idle chatter. Take out your sword.
Alright.
My mind is emptied of all but the thrill of the challenge.
He's obsessed with challenge. Let's sword him. Okay, well that conversation somehow pumped up Felix. That's good. Oh no.
Cool.
Now Ash would like to speak with me.
Oh, shopping
Uh-oh.
took longer than
Catch
I
'em all.
Everybody.
It's a good thing I had
Everybody.
your help, Professor.
I mean,
Looks like we've
it's
got
my
everything
fault.
we
I
came
made
for.
this
Time
happen.
to head back to the
So,
monastery.
blame me.
Well.
To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure if the money that knight gave us would be enough. We managed to scrape by, though. I'm glad those
Was it
shopkeepers were
necessary?
willing to strike
Ash
a
is
few
good at
bargains.
making bargains with shopkeepers. He also is gangster, but not really.
It's one of the
Straight
few
up G.
things I'm really good at.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of experience living in the city.
he knows a thing or two about
Money
the
was
street
tight
life.
for me too, at least until a kind noble adopted me into his family. Come to think of it, you were
Well,
originally a
technically,
mercenary,
he
weren't
was
you?
an orphan.
I'm sure
He
you
and his
traveled all over Fodlan. That
mother,
must have
I
been a
think,
pretty different life from regular
sister.
folks like me.
And then they were adopted by a noble.
You think so? But a mercenary's whole job is fighting, isn't it? Must be a pretty tough way to live. Wow, I guess you must get used to it. That's really incredible, though. Oh,
Ah,
I had no idea they sold this book
Whoa.
around here. I haven't
He also
seen this
likes
one
books.
for ages.
Cool.
a very not gangstery
Lug and the
thing,
Maiden
but
of Wind. It's a well-known tale of chivalry in Fargus. Lug is the
What if
king
the
of
book's
lions.
about
This book
gangster
is
shit?
full of his exciting adventures.
and
I've loved this since I was a kid.
there's
It
a
was what got me
character
learning to
in a
read.
book named Luke in
Give me
this
that
game.
book.
Luke is the king of lions,
creep.
and there's a thief
Don't touch
stealing
the
a book.
merch.
Uh-oh.
Somebody catch that thief. Cut him in half like my prices.
Damn it,
Please,
thief.
calm down, ma'am.
You calm down,
He's stealing
kid.
books around
If he
here.
gets away with that valuable merch, it'll be a huge loss for me.
Here, allow me to compensate you.
Ash, why are you compensating him
Huh?
for with
Are
that
you
money
serious, kid?
for the book
I
that
mean, no
thief
objections
just
over
stole?
here.
Come on,
That
man.
sounds crazy.
Don't you worry. That thief will be paying me back just as soon as I catch him.
I'm upset.
Head on back to the
And-
monastery, Professor. I'll take care of everything
He's
here.
going to pursue the thief himself. Okay.
Get him.
Hey, I was gonna buy this book. Here, have that money so I can chase that thief down. Okay. Ash is interesting.
This could be treacherous.
Seems we finally finished.
That's it. I'm done. No more work for me. Especially not with her. Not in a million years.
What? We made it.
Yes, I did.
Yay.
A lot of people got C
That
ranks
worked
now.
out well.
Huzzah.
Seems I've improved.
Well,
Huzzah
that
indeed.
worked out. Am I starting to master this?
I'm a natural. Haha, I'm starting to get it.
And we've learned things. I'm not buying flowers for a card. You'd probably want to make me into her. I'd rather not deal.
Yeah.
And oh, I have allies who can take intermediate exams.
Get them exams.
Yes, we shall. First. Oh wait, I can't take them right now because I don't have the skills. But to do can. So can Ash. So can Sylvain. And Mercedes. And Annette. And Ingrid. Could also start flying right. In fact, how close is she to be done with? Doesn't tell me how far she is to go on that. Actually, I can look at. She's almost leveled up in there.
Upsetty. Upsetty spaghetti.
Upsetty. Well, I'm gonna make Ingrid a Pegasus Knight, I guess. You can ride a Pegasus steed in the battle now.
Yeah.
I was gonna do the Swordmaster route with her, but Pegasus. It's good. It's friendly.
And it's fun.
I must
Yes.
continue to work hard.
Oh, right. I forgot. She can't technically use the battalion I had assigned to her now. Oh, wait. Maybe I can. Maybe I can swing this.
220.
You.
Bam.
Is there a D-rank battalion that I have in my sleeve? Yes, I do. I have a D-rank Pegasus battalion I can assign her. Perfect.
Batman stuff.
And it only has bonuses. Hell yes. Level that one up. And we have room for one more test. So I have to start buying test tokens. And I think
Alright.
what I'm gonna do is going to throw Sylvain into Elvalier. He's gonna ride a horse. Because in order to chase skirts effectively, he probably get there faster with a horse.
Right.
Huh, okay. No big deal,
Why
really.
am I so warm?
And I'm going to go buy a couple more tokens. I think 6. 7.
7.
That way everyone can get to a class 1. And that way, age
Burger time.
seems natural. Do.
Oh man. I didn't want to make my burger sloppy.
Okay,
It's all thanks to hard work.
sloppy burger.
Sloppy burger.
Ah,
They made my burger all sloppy.
that's good. As you name him Joseph.
Sloppy, sloppy Joe. Sloppy, sloppy Joe.
Anyway, Mercedes will be a... Yeah, that's what it is. My healer lady.
I'm so
Mm-hmm.
Ash, gonna make into a sniper, an archer, excuse me. Sniper is something different, not a sniper. An archer. Well, you will snipe eventually. And you got a stat bonus. Wow. Amazing.
Oh, what a relief.
You gained a point in magic, which you'll probably never use. I think when I last played through the Blue Lions, I had to do just be a brigand. I think this time I'm gonna make him a brawler. He's gonna punch people. Actually, Armor Man. I'm gonna make him in heavy armor.
Yeah.
That way he's just unstoppable. Just like that car that just whizzed by my house.
Unstoppable.
Nothing can stop the do. And he gained 2 points in magic? Why? Weird stat bonuses.
Weird.
And Dimitri will, of course, ride on a horse. Because the future king of Fargus needs to learn a simple skill like horse riding.
Right?
It is an amazing horse, really.
Good results.
Has specially fitted metal plating over the ears of the horse. That's nice.
Does it taste like raisins?
Do you want it to taste like raisins?
I mean, maybe.
And what is chance? 4% to learn any particular
Does it make
thing.
lemonade?
Felix. And chance.
The lemonade.
Right.
Blue sweet lemonade.
Well, not quite lemonade yet. What we are going to do, though, is... Oh hey, some support conversations between other people have led right now. Let's see what Dimitri and Hash have to say to each other.
Can you please fix this one first, Ash?
Absolutely.
Sorry. I should probably take care of it myself, but we'd be here until sundown if I...
No problem at
Yeah,
all.
sweet
I've had lots of
lemonade.
practice with things like this. Happy to help however I can.
Oh. Well, thanks. Actually, I'll fetch you something to make the job less of a burden. You like sweet things, right?
Well, yes. Sorry, no. I can't ask you to do that.
Ash, I've told you, there's no need to act like that.
I can't have someone from the royal family running errands for me. It doesn't feel right. Lenato would be furious with me, I'm sure.
If Lord Lenato says something to you, I'll write him a letter of protest. I really don't mind, so you needn't worry about that. And while I'm being candid, I'd prefer it if you didn't speak so formally to me.
So Dimitri's problem is that everyone addresses him formally for some reason. Yeah, he wants everyone to not address
I
him
know.
formally.
But to commoners like me, you're royalty.
And yet,
Regular folks normally
Ash
only
has
lay
a
eyes
problem
on someone
with
like
addressing
you
him
once or twice in their whole
informally,
lives.
because Dimitri is the
I
future king.
understand, I really do. When I ascend the throne, perhaps I should do a tour of each city.
What? No, that's not what I meant.
I'm at a loss. I wish to make things better, but I seem to only upset you more and more. That is certainly not my intention. Perhaps I should leave you be and take care of our shopping.
Please, I promise I'll go myself just as soon as I've finished with the tent.
Ash, enough!
Also, Ash is good at fixing tents
Okay. I have a question.
and shopping.
Answer me this.
Hmm.
I don't normally eat sweets. So what would you recommend?
Oh, well, if price isn't a concern for you, then you should go for the sugar candies. The ones they make in town are really delightful. Oh, Your Highness,
Instructions.
please, you mustn't.
Got it. Sugar candies it is. I'll go and fetch
Damn
some.
it, Dimitri,
Your
you
Highness,
tricked
please come
Ash
back.
into
I'm
saying
so
his
sorry.
favorite
I'll-
sweet so
I'll
you
make
can
sure
buy
these
him the
repairs get
sweet.
done.
You monster.
You monster.
No, really, Dimitri's a good guy. He's almost like
My
Anduin.
goodness. Sword
Kinda.
training again today?
Huh.
Don't overdo it, all right?
I certainly won't, but thanks for your concern, Mercedes. It's more of a hobby than anything, so don't worry too much.
A hobby? How wonderful! I would probably get tired of it, but that's just me.
Now between Dimitri and Mercedes.
Didn't you say you hope to take the sword test soon?
Apparently, Mercedes is planning on taking
You're
the
right.
sword
I
test.
completely forgot that's coming up. What should I do?
Problem is, she's
To be honest, I've been a bit worried.
not
as I
very
haven't
good
seen
at
you at the
physical
training ground
combat.
much.
Why didn't you say something sooner if you were so worried about me?
It didn't occur to me that you could have forgotten.
Well,
But you're right. I
hope
should
it
have
goes
mentioned
well.
Yeah.
it. As an apology, why don't you let me help you with your swordsmanship?
So Dimitri's gonna
Do that for me?
teach her some
I really
swordsmanship.
appreciate your help.
Okay, but keep in mind that since we're short on time, we may
But
have
we,
to
because we're
overdo
short on
it.
time, we got overdo
I
it a
don't
little.
like to overdo it, but if we must, I'll
Oh
try
no.
my best.
It's settled. Let's begin. Don't tell me you've forgotten how to hold a sword. We have our work cut out for us.
Oh no.
I usually just hold the sword without thinking about my grip, you know? Let's see what happens now that you've shown me the proper way to handle it. I was nervous at first, but just look at me now. Yeah!
Well, I didn't realize offering to help you would mean
Well,
risking
she
my
almost
life.
killed Dimitri on
I'm so
accident
sorry. I don't know
because
what happened. I just meant to swing the sword. I didn't
it went
think
flying
would go
out of her
flying
grip.
like that. I'm impressed with how quickly you can dodge.
But he did
Yes.
dodge quite well.
I know you didn't intend to murder me, though that scare likely took years off my life.
Maybe I'm not cut out for this whole sword fighting thing.
Nonsense. It's far too early to give up. The first time I picked up a sword, I was much like you. It's true that different people are better suited to different things. But if you keep at it and refuse to give up, you're certain to improve.
Do you really think so? Thank you, Dimitri. It's very kind of you to... Oh! There's a rip in your
So it turns out that Dimitri didn't dodge it quite as well as he thought he did. Because
Seems
there's
I
a
didn't
cut
dodge your
on his
sword fast
cuff
enough. Don't worry, I can easily repair it.
I'm the
that
one
he can
who tore
easily
it,
repair,
so
apparently.
I'll be the one who mends it. How does that sound?
No, please don't worry yourself over it. Just focus on your exam.
Okay. There's a lot of dialogue here. Oh god. Finally got Dimitri and that to have a conversation though.
Good
And
morning,
that
Your
being
Highness.
the mage
needs
who
some
likes
early
to study
training,
and
huh?
work a lot.
Oh, it's not too terribly early. And what about you?
Oh, I'm just going for my morning walk. Hey, maybe you'd like to join me. It's a great way to start the day.
Morning walk? Funny. Gustav always kept the same habit. You really do remind me of your father.
I shall return.
You know,
I hear that a lot. Father was always busy with work, so he wasn't around much. But when he was home, he'd often take me with him for his walks.
Annette, something's been weighing on me. Something
How's
I've done
everyone doing
terribly
today?
wrong.
quite a
Your
few.
father. He worked tirelessly. I don't know if I ever saw him take a rest. I feel as though, in a way, we stole him from you.
I'll admit it was a bit lonely growing up. But I understand. Father loved his work. No one ever doubted that. Actually, I've been thinking recently
that
I'd like to
was
talk
an
to you more, Your
ambulance.
Highness.
Oh? Any reason in
Well
particular?
timed.
Father was a man of few words, both
Well
with myself and my mother. But sometimes he would tell me about you. So, you don't really feel like a stranger to me. In a way, it's like I've known you for a long time. Almost as though you're my big brother.
Your big brother?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I let that slip out. That was rude of me.
No, nonsense. I promise you, I don't mind at all. It's certain that my days would have been filled with more fun if I'd had a little sister like you. What kind of things did Gustav tell you about me? I'd love to hear more on this topic.
Do you really want to know? Well, for one, he used to tell this story about when you were a child, and
You know what?
Don't tell me
Never
about
mind.
that childhoods.
I have a bad feeling about
Okay.
where this is going. How about you forget we had this talk all together?
And
don't
thanks,
mention it to anyone.
Ice White, for the lurk. And thank you for pushing me. Fantastic stream. And now, for after all the lighthearted conversations, it's time.
Hold a moment, dog.
Are you speaking to me?
I don't see anyone else here, do you? You're that boar's lapdog.
Do not mock His Highness.
Spoken like a good pet. Why do you follow him with such devotion? Do you really think a man like that is worth it?
Fargus destroyed my homeland, burned it all to the ground, slaughtered my people.
The punishment of Dusker.
My father, my mother, my siblings, all were killed. We received no aid, no respite. Fargus murdered our dignity and torched our pride. His Highness is different. He is the only one who sees my people as human. He risked his life to save mine, and it is thanks to him that I no longer wish for
Oh, hey,
death.
bud. How are you doing?
That's what we call
And
pride.
a cheer to 10 bits. Wow.
Tell me,
Thank you.
would you give your life
Finally.
Yes.
And you're back.
And
Yes.
what if he commanded you to join him in a
Welcome
senseless
back.
massacre?
I
I
return.
would do it.
Yes.
Oh,
And just in
Even amongst
time
your
for
children, or the elderly, or your own
a
comrades.
very
Without hesitation.
dark
You have misunderstood
conversation.
me.
between
I
the
am
dude,
sword and
the
shield
one who
of His
punches, and
Highness.
Felix, the one who
Weapons
swords.
do not have a will of their own.
Blind obedience. You're
And
right.
Felix thinks
I
that the
did
dude is just a
misunderstand.
blind,
I shouldn't have
obedient
called you a
dog
lapdog.
to
You're a
the
rabid
prince.
cur. You and the boar prince make
Thanks
quite
for
a
the
team.
lurk, Bell.
Two crazed animals.
I warned you not to mock His Highness. I am aware you have a history of friendship with him.
Even though
but
the
one
dude
more
does look
word.
like a very old
I've
man,
said
he's
my
like
piece. Scamper
17 or
back to
8.
your master.
It's anime. Esque. And of course, Felix and Sylvain have some words.
Hey Felix, you free? You don't look very busy. Let's go find some girls to chat with.
Chat with them by yourself. You're interrupting my training.
Hey, come on. Don't talk like that.
Okay.
How long have we known each other?
Long enough, if you ask
I
me.
go.
We only know each other because of our
Okay.
parents' friendship. I didn't have a say in it.
Is that how it went? Huh. I remember it more like you always following me around. Whenever there was something wrong, like you lost to your brother, or you fought with Dimitri, you'd come crying to me. You were so meek and pure back then. Cute even. Like a baby brother.
That's enough.
Okay. Where did this thing?
What?
I said that's enough.
Hey, sorry. I just came to see if you wanted to pick up some girls. I didn't mean to get on your nerves.
Look, you've been getting on my nerves for years. I've tried to be patient with you, but I'm tired of holding my tongue. You're reckless in your personal affairs and in battle, and you're always prattling on about women.
Well, if a man sees a pretty girl, he can't just let her pass by without commenting. That's just rude.
I don't think that's how
You're
that works,
insatiable.
Sylvain.
Do you ever stop? Certainly not to practice your sword technique. You always skip training. And you never consider how your actions hurt others, or how you hold them back.
That's never my intention. Come on. You know me better than that. I'm not really... Look, if that's the impression I've given you, then I'm sorry.
Damn, Felix stole. He still has more combos. Oh god.
Here you go, Felix. Have some tea.
Oh.
Sorry, but we're all out of cakes. Should I bake some more?
Please, don't.
Cool.
Oh, your clothes are so dirty. Let me wash them for you.
Mercedes, what's wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just making tea. Is there something wrong with that?
You're not my mother. You don't have to bother with all this. I can do without it.
Cool. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. You just remind me so much of my little brother.
I do?
Yes, his name is Emile. We have different fathers, but we grew up in the same household. That is, until I was about 8 or 9 years old. I haven't seen him since then.
Sorry to state the obvious, but I'm not your brother. I'm not Emile. Can't you find someone else to bother?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll leave you alone.
So apparently, Felix reminds Mercedes of her brother.
Goodbye.
This is development.
Well then.
I am me, Felix Hugo Fraldarius. There is
That's
no
all
one
of a
else.
name, Felix Hugo Frodalius.
Brother.
Okay,
Well then.
but brother. Unvote with it.
Felix, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Time for our tactics lecture. You'll be there, won't you?
Those things are such a waste of time.
Nonsense. You're going to be there.
Must I?
Why is this such a chore? You went last time. Though you did all you could to disrupt things, as I recall. Brazenly rambling on about clear-cutting a nearby forest to secure a marching route. And attacking an enemy base, stealing their horses. You were incredibly disruptive, and even rude.
I was offering my honest opinion.
Then, you left before we were finished. What do you suppose happened after that?
I have no idea.
Well, the conversation got quite lively. We all began breaking down the viability of your somewhat maniacal plan. And apparently, similar tactics have been used to turn the tides of historic battles.
That may be an exaggeration. Successful armies must be able to handle unexpected situations. That starts with weapon mastery and creative tactics.
If you didn't have so much battlefield experience, you wouldn't be capable of such unique strategies. Which is why we need people like you. People who think creatively to lead the army.
Now you're just massaging my ego.
When have you ever minded? We need you there. Just come on.
Mm-hmm.
So when Felix is not being a dark, moody Debbie Downer, he can be a very good tactician, I guess, according to his dialogue between he and Lady Knight Ingrid. AKA our Pegasus Knight.
Where?
She's a good girl.
Are you injured?
No.
Good.
I'd have cut my way through, alone, without your assistance.
My apologies.
Your apologies are empty.
Oh, I think my laundry's done.
I spoke out of turn. I'm sorry, Dedu. His Highness has put his faith in you. You're a valuable comrade, no matter my feelings. The people of Dusker...
Save your breath. There were countless people like you in the capital. People who spat, threw things, insults and stones alike, whenever they pleased. Their anger was natural. I do not begrudge them.
I see.
You owe me no apology, and I will keep my distance on all other occasions. But on the field of battle, allow me to aid you. If you were to fall, His Highness would grieve.
I see. Then I will accept your help on the battlefield.
Understood.
She has convos with Grid. Bane has their convo settings. Yeah. Alright. Do this out of the way.
Mercedes, you look divine as always. Are you off to pray?
Damn it, man, you're hitting on a priest.
I was just on my way to pray. How did you guess?
Well,
Oh,
because I've been
it's
watching
just
your
our
lovely...
ally. We're okay.
Oh, I get it.
It's
You're
fine.
the type who's always looking at girls, aren't you?
He's like, you're always
I won't
looking
lie,
at girls,
I
aren't
do
you?
enjoy beholding
He's
women,
like, oh god.
But
yes.
I don't mean it like that.
Wow.
I know I sound like a dope.
Wow.
I think you're special.
Oh, really? You think I'm so clumsy that I need someone to watch over me. Is that why you can't take your eyes off me?
You're beautiful, and I mean that. You're... how can I put it without sounding
You know,
even
Sylvain
worse?
struggles to
Okay,
find a
here
way
goes.
to
I
say it
want to get
without
to know
making
you better. As friends, I mean.
I don't know where to begin.
Well, what's something you like?
I like to pray. I've been praying regularly since I was a child.
You grew up in the Empire, didn't you?
That's right. I was raised in House Bartels.
Bartels? I thought you were born to House Martreats.
It's a complicated story. I'm not sure that it's a very interesting one, but I'm happy to share it with you.
I don't mean to be nosy, if it's too personal.
Oh no, I don't mind. I wasn't trying to hide anything from you. House Martreats fell shortly before I was born.
Oh.
My father passed away while my mother was still pregnant with me, so she had nowhere to go. After I was born, my mother ended up marrying the head of House Bartels. Shortly after, my mother bore a true Bartels child who bore a crest. She and I were treated as though we were no longer useful to the family after that.
You think the Bartels were just using her to secure a crest?
They must have been. My mother and I were removed from the family and forced to flee to a church in the kingdom. I abandoned
And
the
so
baptism
Sylvain
and
learns
took up our
the
old
life
family name again.
history of
So
Mercedes.
you grew up in a church. Okay, it makes more sense now why you're praying all the time.
Yes, oh, praying. I forgot that I was on my way to pray.
Right, and I interrupted you. Well, see you around, Mercedes.
Yes, see you.
House Bartels wanted a crest and ruined other people's lives to get one. These idiots are all the same.
And says something after the conversation, which is interesting. It may offer a glimpse into somebody's backstory.
Oh.
Hello, Ingrid. Can I have just a teeny tiny moment of your time?
Sure, I can spare a moment or two.
I was wondering, do you have any interest in fashion and makeup and stuff like that?
I haven't the time to bother with such frivolities. As long as basic hygiene is being met, then I'm happy.
Oh, but you're missing out on something so fun. I mean, it's not like you need it, of course. You've got beautiful bone structure, lovely hair,
Okay.
long legs, but
So,
aren't you interested in trying
Necro,
something
tell
new?
me. How...
Well, thank you.
I'm actually going to pause
Suppose
the
I do find it all
dialogue.
somewhat intriguing.
So, if someone were to come up to you and compliment you on having beautiful bone structure, how would you feel?
I'd probably feel a bit awkward.
Exactly,
honestly.
and somebody just compliment Ingrid on having beautiful bone structure.
And like kind of curious on how they can see my skeleton.
Well, they're also commenting on her like, hair and legs, so I'm guessing she's talking about like just her bone structure in general. But at the same time,
Sure. Bone structure, sure.
Like having like good cheekbones, I guess.
Uh-huh.
That sort of thing. I don't know.
Sure they are.
But my time is precious to me, and my focus is on knighthood.
And Nigger's like,
Taking time to
yeah,
do
it's
my thing
intriguing,
simply
but
isn't a top
I'd rather be a
priority.
knight, please.
Sure, but imagine if you could combine the two and become the most
But
fabulous
what if you were
knight ever.
a fabulous
Okay,
knight?
maybe I'm taking it too far.
Oh god.
I know knights don't necessarily need a ton of makeup or things
Oh.
like that for the job.
No.
I'm just saying, I really think you'd enjoy it if you opened your mind to it. All I'm talking about is a light touch. I can see it now. Your gorgeous face done up with a delicate application of makeup. The fabulous knight who everyone looks up to and wants to be.
Well, maybe? I guess. That does sound mostly harmless.
Hooray! Okay, we don't have a moment to lose. Here, take this makeup kit,
pretty.
play around with the colors, and see what speaks to you.
Now, wait just a...
I actually got that little kit as a gift the other day, and I wasn't sure what to do with it because I already have that one. It's a limited palette, but I think it fits the look you're going for perfectly.
I actually never agreed to start putting that stuff on my face, Annette.
What? Oh. Well then, I guess this whole kit will have to go to waste. I'll just throw it away like the garbage it is.
You're throwing it away?
Gonna need
I
to get
can't
another
just stand
box
by
soon.
and let something go to waste.
Another box.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I need more
Thank
BCW
you.
boxes.
We can
because
do this.
I collect a lot of
That's the
comics.
spirit. Oh, and I'm happy to help you learn to apply it too.
This one is
Come on,
almost
let's get in the
entirely
room.
like
I have some brush techniques to show you before you get started.
Spawn.
Now, don't get
Batman.
carried away.
Ah,
Ugh.
Spawn Man.
Played me like a fiddle.
Spawn and Batman. Spawn Batman. That'd be weird.
Bat Spawn.
Bat Spawn Man.
Oh no. Anything with that.
That's just strange. Gone too far now. Gone too far.
And last conversations involve Ash, so we'll continue on the Ash path.
Oh no, this isn't right.
Tomb of the White
Now what am I
Horse.
supposed to do?
What's the matter, Mercedes?
I accidentally made this food much sweeter than
Tomb
I
of the
meant.
White Snorse.
Let me taste it.
And so,
Yeah, a little sweet.
looks
Why don't we
like
try adding a few spices?
Ash is teaching Mercedes how to make things not as spicy.
This is delicious.
Because Ash is a good cook too.
Amazing cook, Ash.
Make it all spicy.
My dad
though.
used to own a restaurant. I
Well, I
helped out
mean,
a lot around the kitchen.
actually
even
make
as a
it
little
more
kid.
spicy. That's what's happening.
A lot of
Because she made it too
responsibility
sweet.
to take on at an early age.
Needs to
No
be
wonder you
ultra
always work
spicy.
so hard. I might learn something if I watch
How
you
much
cook.
spice is in it? All of it.
No promises.
Everyone has a
I
different
just have a
taste
little
in
bit
this
of
game,
experience, that's
unfortunately.
all. But look at you, you're
So while
great
we,
at
the main
cooking.
character, will enjoy
It's
anything,
true,
really,
I'm quite good at baking, but I'm not
Dimitri
the best
does
when it
not
comes
like
to
sweets
seasoning.
because he can't
Maybe
really.
it's because I
I
don't
don't know.
like spicy food.
I won't explain about that
It's
till
tough
later.
to make food
But that's
taste good
besides
when you
it.
don't enjoy it. I just had an idea. If the reason I can't cook spicy food is because I don't like it, then all I have to do is eat some spicy food. If I learn to like it, then I'll be better at making it right.
Oh no.
Switcheroonie?
I don't know.
Person who
maybe.
doesn't like spicy
What
food
makes you say
normally is bad at cooking spicy
None
food.
of that
Is
matters.
going to try a
Once I've
bunch of
made a
spicy
decision, I
food
have to
in
go
an
with
attempt
it.
to learn how
I'll
to
be
cook
making
it better
spicy
and like
right
it.
away.
Oh.
Oh, this won't end
No.
well.
And even Ash is like, this isn't
If I
gonna end
leave her
well.
to it, she'll make an even bigger mess.
Hey
Gonna be
Ash,
bad.
which seasonings should I use? These ones?
Hold on, Mercedes. Let me show you.
Save for Ash.
That one goes best with meat, but for stir fry, what you really want is this.
And last comment before we move on to our lives and do.
Hi there, Ash. Here to do some reading as well, I take it?
Ash is.
Ash?
Huh, Ingrid. You gave
So
me a
is
start.
Ingrid.
How long have you been standing there?
Not too long. Apologies for startling you. Must be a great book for you to be so deeply engrossed in it. What has you so captivated?
Oh, it's quite an old book. One of the really old legends of Fargus.
Aha!
Thoughtless.
It must be the Sword of Kaifon then, yes?
Oh, so you know it.
Oh yes. I know it quite well. I read it often as a child. In fact, I read it so much that my personal
And
copy
they
fell
have a
apart.
favorite book
I brought it everywhere with me. I adore that book. The
together.
tale of the warrior Kaifon, whose devotion and loyalty enabled his best friend Luke to become king. He went to great lengths to see things through.
Exactly. I love the image of him charging forward into the fray, ready to take on any obstacle in the name of his king.
Indeed, he was the very picture of the perfect knight. In my opinion, the best chapter is right around the middle of the book.
Ah, the part about the war of the eagle and lion? That's my favorite part. In a flash, Kaifon's sword flew from its scabbard. The knight parried the assassin's blade mere inches from the spine of his king.
Kaifon's blade hummed like the wind, slashing the enemy's throat. In mere moments,
They can
their
quote the
forces
book,
lay vanquished,
word by
decimated
word.
by his mighty blows. I can recite the entirety of it if you like. I never grow weary of that tale, the pinnacle of knighthood, with all its struggles and glory.
I know just what you mean. I never get tired of it. Some people laugh at me for reading these old tales, but I'll never outgrow them. I'm glad to find someone who shares my enthusiasm.
I'm glad of it as well. Tell me, what other books do you enjoy, Ash?
Well, the first one I ever read was Lug and the Maiden of Wind.
You have fantastic taste. That story is another favorite. The
And
final
they're
chapter
talking about
makes me
books.
tear up every
Fun.
time.
I know. When I first read it, I just couldn't get that
Very
ending
friendly.
out of my head.
It seems we have much in common. I look forward to chatting again sometime.
I'd love to. Yes, let's.
Now we've done that. We're gonna proceed. Look at myself here. There we go. Death Train Sword and Authority a little bit. Then I'll pull out the dummy plugs.
That's not bad.
Train the sword.
Prepared, I guess.
Impressive.
Here to train? You really are as hardworking as they say.
Here's a sword.
I still have much to learn.
These two are having a little discussion in the corner here. Tell us what. Tell us, class.
Must know that his efforts are futile.
I mean, tell it to the whole
Yet he
class.
can't help but fight.
Halo
If I were in that situation, I would do whatever it took to ensure victory. You can count on that.
Something about this situation doesn't feel right. Why would a minor lord raise an army against a foe he cannot possibly hope to defeat?
Okay. Well. This place. Hey. Learn a little bit of faith.
That's crazy.
As a member of the church yourself.
This game.
What game?
It's called Black Desert.
Oh, I've heard of the Black Desert.
Yeah, it looks intense.
Practice yields results.
Heard some people are really into that.
Woof.
I know where one friend is. The one that owns the Discord channel known as.
Did you hear? There's news of
It looks
someone
really
in the kingdom
good.
raising an army. Kingdom,
I'm not gonna lie.
The Alliance. They
Like,
do love a good war, don't they?
Can't
Spilling
deny.
the blood of young men and women. And for what?
dang.
Alright. Learned that skill. Go visit our daddy and learn how to be a better leader. Hey, Dad Geralt. Excuse me.
Geralt?
Before.
Yes,
It was by
Geralt.
request of the son of that family, Christoph, I think it was.
Teach us how to lead good. Yes.
Practice yields results.
And now. Time to pull out the dumps. To the. At the beginning of the stream, I said that we'd learn how to fish. Well, we're gonna fish. Because we can. I have 13 bait here. And there's a weird light in the pond.
Yeah, that's insane. You just karateing them fools.
Oh then.
Karateing. And you're just going up and just karateing a bunch.
That's intense.
Just orc karateing. Karate, karate, karate.
Is his name Mr. Karate?
His name is Mr. Karate. It is now.
Ah. So he is a SNK reference. Or King of Fighters reference. Excuse me.
Dark Knight.
Complete with Terry. Got a big fish.
Yep, okay.
Alright, another fish. And we're gonna try an earth here this time. And we got a regular large. We got a fish. A bullhead. Oh then.
Nice.
Well, we've got several fish actually, but that one's a pretty good one to catch. Sells for a good amount, and you can also cook a pretty good dish with it, which gives you stat bonuses.
Nice. Nice.
And also, we need more fish for food anyway, so fishing is a good idea generally. Because you can usually make something involving fish that appeals to somebody. There's also a fish dish that appeals to no one, but that's besides the point.
It appeals to no one.
I think at best, some people have a lukewarm reception to this particular fish dish, or these particular two fish dishes, and the other half like hate it or something. I never cooked those, obviously. And one more fishing cast. And it's just a small fish. Happens to be a herring. That's okay. Now we talk to everybody else before we progress with the chapter and
do you
everything.
happen to have any food on you? I'm starving. No matter how much I eat before I train, I'm always so hungry after.
Raphael is always hungry.
My muscles must be going through a growth spurt.
I think we actually go in the dorms now, so we're gonna do that.
What the?
We'll scour these dorms from top to bottom to see if there are hidden items and also people. Although I can just look at and see where the people are, so that doesn't really, I guess. Well, we live next to Dedu, apparently. That's nice. Big strong man protects us in our sleep. We don't even belong to that house, or we're not even teaching that house. And we can just walk in these rooms as if nothing is wrong.
Right, right.
Oh. So I found a book on fishing in the sleepy guy's room. I like how Petra, the character from a country to the west of where we are, has like a fur rug in her room.
Yeah.
Of an indistinct animal. I'm not sure. There's no head on it. Or there was a head, but it's... Let me see if I can zoom better, actually. Huh. Okay. Might be a bear. Maybe a small one. Dorothea has chairs, strong.
Huh? Is someone there? What do you want?
Want to see out of your room? Okay, not yet. Room. Gotta use these stairs, go down. And we're gonna just invade everyone's privacy for a little while. Oh, Mercedes' room. There's 3 chairs in here. No real discernible reason. I can see where one of them goes to a desk, obviously. I'm looking at a hand strange. For my hand, strangely. And there are 2 more chairs here, and I assume that that end stand is used for a table whenever tea time is hit. Okay, that makes sense. That's why there are 3 chairs in here. You can't use the desk chair for tea time. There are animals on top of the shelf. That's a squirrel. Mines room has, let's see, rolled up carpets or something. Some tools. This one likes collecting calipers. I don't know what these are. Wrenches? No, they're not wrenches. They're not wrenches. Some weird tools in here. I'll be sure to recruit that one into my party at some point. Weird.
Inspirational. If the flowers within the greenhouse are removed, they will soon wilt and wither. Is that not so, Professor? I feel I can empathize with them. The flowers that thrive, despite their environment, are truly inspiring, are they not?
Okay. And we can go to the 2nd floor of the dorms.
Yay. Laundry time.
Alright. Laundry away. Meanwhile, that was Ingrid's. Here's Marianne's. She has 2 chairs for reasons. Zelda has 1 chair. And a lot of books, comparatively speaking. And also a vanity of some sort. I think that's what it is. Or just small. You know, Edelgard, you really shouldn't leave a lit candle in your when you're not there. And oh, a kitty. It's a cat. Okay, Hubert. I know that Edelgard likes keeping a candle in the room, but come on, man. You really shouldn't leave this in your room, man. I mean, that carpet is also not down, Neil. If you trip and knock that over when you go to put it out for the night, assuming that you sleep, of course, this is just an accident waiting to happen. Seriously, Hubert, you really should straighten your room out. Don't leave a lit candle in there. Caspar, come. Is everyone leaving? Okay, Caspar's 2 candles in here. That's double the chance of burning this whole place down. That's marvelous. Okay, and Ferdinand? Really? You too? You have all those books and that armor. Who knows what kind of oil you use for polish that stuff, you know? Just candles. Man. I mean, yes, there's candles light the hallways.
Next month is when a very important ceremony will be taking place at the monastery. Pilgrims from all corners of Fodlan have already started to gather in anticipation. I pray that you are able to nip this trouble in the bud as soon as possible.
Okay. So, nip this problem down as soon as there's trouble in Florence. I realize you two are plagued by candle. Or... No, why? Candles. We're just gonna ignore his room. Just odd. This is definitely a fire hazard. We're just gonna walk out of here now. Felix. That's an OSHA prom waiting to happen. This too is an OSHA prom waiting to happen. My god. If OSHA existed back in this time, they would have a field day. Especially with Lawrence. And also Sylvain. Although, to be fair, yeah, he would be the type that would leave 2 candles burning. So good.
Returned.
You've returned.
Yes.
You missed me viewing how many candles are on the 2nd floor that are being lit as people are not in their dorms. I'll give you a hint. It's definitely a fire hazard in there.
Oh no.
Especially the one guy who considers himself to be the noblest of nobles and likes himself some tea. He has 5. He has like 3 candles in his room, with one of them being like a 3-pronged thing, so it's more like 5 candles. Just come on, man. Don't leave it burning while you're not in your room. I mean, y'all have big windows that let a lot of light in. You have no excuse to do it while you're not in here. I mean, of course, if you go around at night and you go back to it, well,
If you do see
burning it down.
Too close.
Hey, see anyone getting close to my sister, let me know about it. Okay. Person who...
Sure. Rudy.
The glory of
Say,
prophet.
okay, Seth. That's fine.
I'm
You.
sorry, but I must have... That woman, just now.
She dropped a...
the sandwich on
What?
the floor, picked it up, and kept eating. When she saw...
The 3-second rule transcends everything, as it turns out. One of the professors is griping about another professor dropping a sandwich on the floor and declaring a 3-second rule.
Well then.
Well then, indeed.
The glory of progress.
Let's see here. Okay, special appeals to Felix, Ingrid, and nobody in our class.
Where to go?
Oh. I guess we can do this. Actually, before I do that, Ingrid. Okay. This is doable. Big man, eat some rabbit skewers with us.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
This is delicious! My absolute favorite!
I'll get some sweet bun trio here, where we are going to Dimitri and just saying that do the dinner here, lunch here.
Oh, this takes me back. I used to love this when I was a child.
Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you know that?
They don't have new dialogue. Other. Roast, Sylvain, and Mercedes eat together. Go ahead and bond over this. That's 16.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor. This is my favorite.
This is my absolute favorite. How did you know, Professor?
Now, let's see. Just to do needs to be pumped up. to do like stew. And I think I'll invite Leone to eat with us. He's the one that has all the weird tools.
I like this.
That looks delicious. Goddess forgive me, I've just got to indulge.
Okay, and now that's over. Let's talk to everyone else before we close off this
Today's
week.
meal was delicious.
Do another
What
week
keeps
of
bothering me
lessons.
about eating too
Do
fast?
something
Says I'm
else, I
gonna choke
guess,
or
and
something.
then
Absolutely. I knew you'd see.
get everyone in our class eventually.
Professor, I feel I must speak to you about Kaspar's eating habits. I've never seen the like of it. He inhales entire plates of food in mere
So,
seconds.
this kid likes to inhale plates, and this guy has a
Hence my mentioning
with
it
that
to
guy
you.
inhaling plates.
Good luck with him.
The guy that has a problem with this kid inhaling plates is that he likes to sleep a lot.
I like to sleep. No.
Now, who haven't we talked to before we leave here and miss these dialogue options? Oh right, Sylvain is somewhere. Oh wait, we have a dialogue option.
Bum, ba-da-bum. Bird.
Alright, I'm gonna trigger that dialogue to occur before I go talk to Sylvain.
Oh, Professor, are you training too? I was just about to finish up, but if you want to join in, I can stick around a while longer. Oh no, it's fine. Just do your thing. Don't mind me. Come on, don't be shy. Phew. I'm beat, but we're finally done. I was already training when you got here, and I finished right alongside you. Guess I
So,
outlasted
you decide to train with me after you've been training for a while.
Speak for yourself. I'm always looking to improve. By the way, Professor, something I wanted to ask.
And,
Are you really Captain Gerald's kid?
are you really your dad's kid? Yes.
What
However,
kind of question is that?
I can't obliquely say yes though, unfortunately. I can say I don't know or that's what I'm told. I'm gonna say that's what I'm told. It seems alright.
That's a pretty detached tone to take about your own family. What's your opinion of him then? You must look up to him at least.
We have only one response to what's your opinion of him. I respect him, of course.
It doesn't sound like you really
This is
appreciate
terrible.
him. You didn't even know until you came here that he used to lead the Knights of Seros, did you? If it weren't for him, you wouldn't be half the person you are now. You probably never even thought about how lucky you are. Oh, okay, this really bothers me. Listen up. I don't care if you're the teacher and I'm the student. I'm going to outshine you. I know you were some famous mercenary before you came here, but let me tell you something. I'm going to be better than you ever were.
Oh god.
In fact,
Those are strong
I'll
words,
surpass you in
Leone.
no time at all. So don't blink. You might miss it.
Don't blink, I might become better than you. And I'm just left with the 3-dot ellipsis response. Okay. That's, well, alright then.
Cringy.
Oh, hello, Professor. Was there something you needed? Oh, you like horses? I like them too.
Ariane likes
They're
horses.
such kind creatures.
They're gentle and kind. Even when they're covered in metal, they are gentle and kind creatures.
About... Professor, have you seen Felix around? I swear,
Until
as soon as
they
you take your eyes off him, poof, he's gone. Of course he's there. Sorry for bothering you, Professor. Thanks.
Talked to them already. We talked to Dorothea already. Haven't talked. Everyone at the cathedral.
Hey.
So let's do that.
Oh no. Why does His Highness take the side of the people of Dusker? I just don't understand it. Only 4 years ago, they murdered our king and slaughtered the soldiers and knights who were with him.
Okay, so the ongoing narrative is
even if he can forgive them, I can't. Not ever. What
the
they've done
reason
is
that
against
some
all
people
codes of
hate to
honor
do
and
our
ethics.
character is he's from a place called Dusker. And apparently the people of Dusker conspired to kill the late king.
Well.
However, Dimitri the prince likes this to-do fella. So, Dimitri doesn't seem to think that the Dusker people did a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll figure out more about that later.
Really?
Like maybe some of them conspired to do it, maybe some of them didn't, maybe only certain ones. It's unclear.
The monastery
At this
grounds
point.
are far too spread out. Feels like it takes hours to get from one area to another. And no, that's not because I'm getting lost. I'm a fully capable, mature person.
I'm a
who never
completely
gets
mature
lost.
person who never gets lost, but these grounds are too fucking big. Okay. And you're what, 13? 14 maybe?
Well.
Before the time skip, thankfully? Okay. Enough of that.
Enough of that. That'll be enough of that.
Ash is not happy with our next mission.
Please, Professor, there must be some
Because-
mistake. Lenato would never raise arms
He was
against
raised
the
by the
church.
person who we are about to
He never said
go
anything to me about it.
who apparently raised an army against the church. That guy is his adoptive dad. So, yeah. He's not happy about that.
I have a thought. Past here is the holy mausoleum where the saints of the Church of Sarah slumber. Sorry, but only a select few members of the church are allowed entry. It's open to the public on only one day of the year for the goddess's rite of rebirth.
Now, we've talked to everybody. Actually, not quite. We still have to talk to Claudenford.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Burp, burp, burp.
Oh.
Birdie's in here.
I heard about your class's assignment, by the way. Good luck subduing those treasonous nobles.
Ferdinand's also a guy who likes the nobility a lot. And, well, I didn't expect that to pop up. Hello, Ganondorf playing Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hey, Teach. There's some minor noble rebelling in Fargus,
Gotta
right?
get that seasoning,
He has
yo.
no
Yeah.
chance of winning. I wonder what he hopes to achieve.
Which is it
Are
now?
you going along
17,
to help?
18?
Sounds like an easy victory,
18
but
now.
good luck out there.
Alright. Now everyone's been talked to. Now I'm gonna pull the dummy plugs. Now.
Boing.
Time for dummy plugs to be pulled. We are playing on a New Game Plus. and make that into a seed.
Yeah.
Then we are going to crank authority straight to. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now, we end the day. And we'll give our guy a class soon. Look at everyone's goals to see if they think up what we do. I'll teach Felix a little bit about the bow. Well, actually, before I do that, focus sword and you. I can stick with axe and.
Yeah.
Hey, Thaddeus, welcome to the stream of Fire Emblem Three Houses time.
Dope. What up? I'm Thaddeus.
Don't worry, I'm
play
still early
Overwatch
on in
this
the
time.
game, so it is not a spoilerific thing, I guess.
Cool.
Compare what it could be.
Yeah, I still need to get a Switch. I need to get a bunch of games for the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just hopping in real quick to say what's up for a little bit about, be back on for our little shindig.
Yes.
Yeah.
This will be useful. That was helpful.
Yeah.
I love each little session, even when it's just straight RP.
Right.
Sometimes those are the ones that are the most fun.
Yes. And a lot is bound to happen tonight, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Ominous.
In terms of RP, at least.
Okay. Quick, around what time should we be wrapping up?
Well, I want to start at 7, and I want to try to get done by 10, if not early.
Dope.
Or later.
Okay.
Not sure yet.
Yeah, I'm down with either. Just as long as it's like before 11.
Yeah, it'll definitely be before 11. So I have to open in the morning, and, that's kind of...
Right, I gotta get up at 4.
Ooh.
Yeah. Is what it is, though.
This could be
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
It was nothing. I can do better now.
So many skeletons.
Wow. Okay. I already want to leave the game.
Wow.
All I see is
A
hello
bad game.
niggers and faggots.
Well, then. That's a bit of a thing. The drop.
Yeah, I'm like... No, it was completely unprovoked. No one said anything.
Completely unprovoked thing in Overwatch.
Yeah.
Now my stream knows that this happened in your Overwatch game. Oh,
All
God.
right, yeah.
It's okay, though.
I'm sorry.
I forgive you. It's just a weird thing that happens. Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely not
Unfortunately, that guy's
he was
on my
in
team.
the Overwatch,
Yeah, that's on my team.
Just be like, no.
Oh yeah, no, he's getting reported already. Like,
oh yeah,
Is this my true talent?
good.
I've learned a lot. There's so much left to.
why am I getting this close? I am a healer.
I don't know.
Sometimes you gotta
Oh
be.
Jesus!
You gotta play combat healer, and then you gotta emphasize on the combat.
Yeah, because both of our DPS just died.
Wow.
See?
Just immediately. Whoa.
Terrible.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
Oh. Yep, I died. Well, to be fair, I am the only healer. So this is gonna be fun. I can already tell this is gonna be.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I think I'm gonna make Sylvain ride on a horse, though. Wouldn't it make sense to teach him how to fly? Or would it?
I don't know.
We'll see.
Yoink. Yeah, I need to be a better healer.
Everyone could be a better healer. Even I can be a better healer.
I'm a healer. I'm just a healer with bad timing.
Well then.
Yeah.
AKA a necromancer.
Yes.
Boop 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 boop.
Yes.
I can get that secret.
I learned a lot.
Oh man.
Yes.
Dominate. This up in late. But she also needs to become a healer. Decisions.
I learned a lot.
This is not fun. This is not fun at all.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, we are getting curve stomped.
And Grid will learn how to sword.
Get him. Get them demons.
Oh.
Consider we have this. Consider we don't have to worry about this requirement for that particular class I want her to be. Anyway.
Please, someone, do anything.
And it's
someone.
I'm going to start having stable duty occur. Where I think
got
what I'm
stable
going to
duty.
end up doing is making Demeter and not Demeter, Sylvain and Dimitri will do. No, they don't have very good chemistry. Never mind.
No.
Sylvain and Ingrid will do stable duty. Wait, no. I'm just gonna get on fly because Ingrid has a pretty steep requirement. Alright, we'll keep doing that then. And you. Lecture.
Professor.
Yeah. Our Reaper's kind of upset that I'm not healing him.
He should get good and heal himself.
Yeah, but also because, you know, he said the niggers and fags comment, so yeah.
Yeah, that
I did the
is...
bulk of the work here, you know.
Yeah, that's not a good Reaper to support.
Oh shit.
Should kick him
to
from
the
the game.
wolves. Because, come on, that's a really... I'm sorry. It's just not languages that 12 me, you know?
This is not going well.
No. Honestly, should be kicked from the game. Kicked from the game, kicked from the session, and reported.
Yeah. In short, Swordman becomes a thief. Who's also good with sword.
Easy.
That was a good increase in dex. Damn. And it's a me. Now has an opportunity. Thanks.
Map time, map, 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 map. Beep.
Map.
Oh wait, is that? No.
Alright.
A new path to tread.
I became a mage and gained a ridiculous tie. Hooray.
Yeah, you got a cool tie.
Yes.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Seminar time. No one will show up for a green-haired status lecture, looks like. Except for myself, Sylvain, and Ingrid for some reason.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
I think I'm gonna visit Manuel lecture. He'll teach us how to sword good and believe in God better. Or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, it worked for
Making
now,
progress?
so there. She can heal them. Perfect. And we have more support. Oh, we just have this option. Never mind.
There's a chest over there. Why you guys gotta be coming up?
That's a heavy sigh. Again.
Okay, Sylvain. How are you gonna
That's
defend
the
Ingrid
sigh
this
of
time?
exhaustion after spending the past month apologizing for your behavior to, well, everyone.
Apologizing? I've been pretty darn restrained lately.
No, my
If by
skeletons are gonna hack
restrained
you
you mean
apart.
falling all over yourself to garner the attention of every passing female, then yes, you've been quite restrained. Mark my words, the more you hurt people, the more weighty the repercussions will
Kill
be.
that guy.
Your
'cause he
actions will
smells.
come around to bite you.
Ha! If I get bitten, that's all just part of the game. Heck, I had one girl's brother come after me with a pitchfork.
Reach level
If you end
29.
up getting maimed or killed by a pitchfork,
Take
don't
that,
expect
goat
me at your
man.
funeral. Glenn used to make light of getting hurt too.
Damn,
And one
Kazra.
day, he got more than hurt. Now he's gone.
I'm sorry. I was being... You're right. I know
No
what it did to you when you
skills.
died. It hurt to see you hurt. Not be able to
And
do anything.
yeah,
You wouldn't even come
somebody
out of
from
your
Ingrid's
room to take
past
care of your
died.
horse.
Nothing affected me the way his
That's
passing affected
sad.
me.
Well, I'm happy that you're better. Seeing you out and about helped me relax enough to be able to flirt with girls again.
Your predictability is utterly disappointing.
Yes,
When I finally
that's the
stopped
one I want.
mourning, you know what brought me back? My concern for you.
Me?
You know you can't get along without me following in your shadow and caring for you. You flirt with anything that has a pulse,
That's what we need.
offend people left and right, and constantly
Devour.
cause commotions.
Huh. The truth really does hurt.
Please, Sylvain, consider your actions before you carry them out. And stop acting so nonchalant about getting hurt or killed. Promise me that.
Okay. I promise.
Okay, that happened.
Harvest
Now.
anguish. Now we're good. Now we got this.
Anyone else have a rough? You have gauntlets. You don't. Okay.
Oh, your boy did it. Carried the team.
Good job.
Got him.
I mean, not solely. Everyone did their part, but you know, soul
Treasure
healing.
goblin.
Let's do it. And got the most kills.
Nice. Got most kills and a treasure goblin. Congrats to both of
Treasure
you.
goblin. He's running.
I was just
running.
bodies
We
on the
got a
board.
runner.
Which is crazy because they steamrolled us in the beginning.
So, give him torch. And I'll give him
He did.
you. myself, I mean. I'll give myself the silver one. He will take a steel.
Oh, GG, except you. Oh, baby, salty.
Ooh, legendary. You get them legendaries, bro. Yeah.
Everyone gets a shield.
Everyone gets a shield.
Oh, I missed the days of Torbjorn.
You get a shield. You get a shield.
Ingrid is gonna be fucking unstoppable.
Yeah.
But she's also getting a shield. He is a force of nature. Good of a sword and lance and throwing lance. She beats Arthur out in basically all of this.
Nice. Got good pants.
Ghosts and goblins? Yeah, she has tough pants.
Tough pants. Tough pants. I got them tough pants. Tough pants.
Oh, right. I can not roster, inventory. That's what I wanted.
Suck it, suck
Felix. Put those in there and give yourself a pair of iron ones.
Can we combine?
I think everyone will all equip the shields except for you, which I equip, store. That other one, somebody else. I know, right. Probably buy myself another sword. We could all use this. Give myself a edge. And a 11 sword. That works. Mission.
What killed me?
You know.
The dinosaur, the Ice Age killed them.
The Ice Age.
I know that's not really Arnold's voice. It's just what happens when everyone imitates his voice and you super exaggerate over time. Like if you hear the same thing over and over and over again.
That's it. I'm going more.
It just gets weirder and weirder.
I love Arnie.
None other than
And it's never like making
enough of this shit. That's it.
And everybody's
not way with it enough. Bitches. Oh.
You mean you don't know? My weapon is called
So,
it's one of
we
the
have
heroes'
an
weapons.
ally with us today named
long
Catherine,
time ago,
and she has to
the
show us
goddess
a
bestowed
very
divine
weird
weapons
sword.
on 10 heroes, which were passed down
It's
to
all
their
Thunderbrand.
descendants.
It looks like it has a bunch of
It's an
pitchforks
honor
strapped to
wield,
it.
But I'm afraid there won't be any chance for that today.
It's
Our
crazy.
mission is to help clean up the aftermath,
The sword has
not to
teeth.
fight.
That ass over
Why
here.
would Renato incite such a reckless rebellion?
You should know more about that than any of us, Ash.
Well, I don't.
You were in here, bitch.
Renato never mentioned anything of the like to me.
I
He
couldn't
probably
phase out in
didn't want you
time.
Getting caught up in his own personal vendetta.
You fool, I'm dead. I can't heal you. And they're
equipped.
How much do you know
Just
about
that.
the tragedy of Dusker, Professor? It's when the king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus
my neck.
was murdered by the people of Dusker. It happened about 4 years ago.
It's okay, Catherine. Please, go on.
Right. Well, Lord Lenato's son, Kristoff, was accused of being involved in that whole awful affair.
Okay.
He was executed by the church.
In light of not giving our good friend Fetty a spoiler, I won't talk too much about these cutscenes that are playing.
King
but do
Lambert
know
was
that it
attempting
is
a major
important
political reform.
and does
Needless
involve
to say,
Dimitri's
he had
backstory
many
and also
enemies.
Ash's at the same
Whatever
time.
the truth behind that incident may be, Lord Lonato has harbored resentment toward the church ever since.
BRB, guys.
To be
Okie
more
doke.
specific, his grudge isn't only against the church. It's also against the one who turned Kristoff over to them.
Report! The enemy is approaching. They can't be avoided. Their numbers are far greater than we predicted. They used the fog to slip past the knight's perimeter.
And we're being ambushed. Alright, strap in.
Everyone, prepare for battle!
Time for actual gameplay.
Bum, bum, bum,
Instead
bum.
of the Persona-esque exploring around and teaching lessons.
Bum, 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 bum.
And I get to move my character on the loading screen. Because fun.
Yeah.
I have gratitude.
Oh, Ingrid's made it into the list of the most deployed online statistics. Nice.
Thank you.
Lola Scythia, but still. Nice. Other than that, everyone else is just Team Black Eagles, I guess. And we needed to hire more. We need to recruit more. Anyway, enough of that. Does anyone else need a torch? Okay, we do not have any more torches. Okay. But we do have we'll just store that. It will give you that, I guess. We don't really need that since you're not going to take damage. There we go.
Take that.
I showed spoilers on accident. Okay, let's move on and fight. And actually, let's rearrange. Look at this. Actually, can't really see anything, but know that I have a couple people. Who has it? Dimitri has one. Felix has. And as it turns out, I'm going to give. So I'm going to give someone else one. Mercedes will have a torch.
Is that the one? Thanks a
There
bunch.
we go. All is right. Actually, I'll give Annette too.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Everyone has a torch.
Come back.
Well, not everyone. Close enough. Enough people.
Everybody got a torch.
With this fog, it's impossible to tell where the enemy might be.
Because we have the
or how
fog
many of them
mechanic,
there are.
where you can barely
The
see
enemy
too
could
far
be
in
trying
front
to
of you.
surround us, but they shouldn't have
Fog
enough
of war.
Well,
soldiers
if you
to
use a
form tight
torch,
circle.
it lights up a
Take
big
down anyone who
area,
breaks
and you
through
won't
the
be
fog,
ambushed by
and
foes
then
on
push
accident.
through.
Because if you move into a space and get interrupted by a foe, your turn stops, and you cannot move further.
That's poop.
Proceed
Luckily,
with
I can see
caution.
where glowing
Wait for
spots
them to
are
enter
where
your
people
field of
died.
view.
Because I have this connected to the online.
Aha.
I'll cut through.
And I'm gonna have Dimitri use a torch right here. Okay, we found enemies.
I'll give it
Ash,
my all.
kill him. With a
Lord
bow.
Lonato doesn't deserve such sadness and anger. Now it's your turn to suffer.
Why, Lonato? Why did you drag so many others into this?
Ash is horrified at his adoptive dad dragging so many people into this.
Here goes.
They have her put the. I forgot to give Ash close counter. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Well, hopefully he'll be okay. If not, well, okay.
I'm on it.
My bad.
I'll go.
No.
Stay focused.
Break the door. Zombie. Bam.
What should I do?
And I can't just move these guys aside. And I might as well throw it. So then you can just sit there.
Here we go.
And if need be, Mercedes can heal from a distance. Perfect.
You think we're just gonna do nothing while you try to kill our lord?
Alright, Catherine is critting against this fool. Building a very bright and glowing toothpick of justice. Wait.
Toothpick of justice?
Oh wait, no. It has a lot more prongs than that. The super fork of justice.
Super fork.
I think it is time.
My skeletons have anger issues.
I should shoot this fool and wait. We're gonna have action. Firstly, please one. Wait. Throw that Destructo disc.
Destructo. Destructor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Destructor.
Well, Ingrid could just straight up kill this guy, even though she's technically weak to him. We're gonna have Ash shoot first. And not take damage at all, for reasons. Oh wait, it's because it's because I put a shield up. That's fine. Alright. That. Oh wait, did I say that Ingrid has tough pants? She's not actually wearing pants.
Space pants.
Yeah, pretty much. Gonna have Felix just burgle this guy in the bushes. Because if you're punching with gauntlets initially, you will double strike. And on top of that, Felix has a 22% chance of critical hit with the gloves against this particular target. And in addition, he has an ability that sometimes increases the damage of his attacks, meaning that he's going to just annihilate people eventually when he attacks. Because that is the way Felix do.
That's the way he do.
And Mercedes gets some experience by healing. Hooray. Now I gained some experience healing.
Quite helpful.
Okay, I've just revealed a lot of enemies in my location. Dimitri one-shot this fool. And then one... Okay, not one-shot this fool, but you did leave 1 HP. And now he's firing Ingrid. Had a 50% chance to hit her in the face.
Kill Captain K. Shoot that arrow. Pew! Blam.
Well, they're shooting at me, so...
I know. You gotta stop them.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Owie.
I'm going to stop them.
Why are they so mean? I don't like
because they're rebelling against us, and we're going to destroy them in one swoop. Like so. And she's gonna go away from the enemies for a bit. Heal. Ba-doom.
Everyone will...
Shoot this guy in the face ourselves.
Oof.
Yeah, sorry, I downsized the graphics so it doesn't look quite as good.
I am sorry. But did you really think you would get
You
away
gotta
with
do
this?
what you gotta do, man.
Yes. Meanwhile, did do. Is just going to punch this guy's leg.
Punch him in the face hole.
That is the plan. Train gauntlets. Which are going to be used to just brutally maim this guy without worrying about it. Okay.
I won't let you
Not good chance to hit the beak man here, but it's okay. We get 2 attacks, so it's twice the potential damage, I guess. I think what I'm going to do is Daisy will park herself and can curve shot into this fool. Wait.
Take that fool.
We're gonna wait on that action, actually. Dimitri. Kill this unsuspecting archer. Take that for shooting Ingrid in the face. Or me.
Epic ambulance. Bing. Nice.
Wait, I could crit on that. So we're gonna have her shoot first. Nope. That's not shooting. This is shooting. Here we go.
That's not shooting.
Just this guy in the face. I'm just gonna outright kill his commander with myself. There we go. And just me. I'm going to fire into his face. And he missed. Even though it went literally through my torso. But he missed. Take that. Meanwhile, this didn't actually happen, but okay. Well then.
It's you. The Thunderstrike Cassandra. It was your wretched zealotry that killed my son!
The only name I answer to is Catherine. Prepare to taste the blade of one who serves the goddess. Now you face a Knight of Theros!
Okay. And no more fog.
The fog is cleared. There's nothing left to hide you or the filthy Central Church from the judgment of the goddess.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Elven is down this track. I have a good chance to hit with the sword, so we're gonna use that. There we go. God, Felix. You were gonna one-shot him anyway. Why did you have to go critical, Dimitri? You madman.
Oh man. So much overkill. So little.
What a killer. It's like Metal Gear Solid 4, so you enjoy the killing it, and then somebody dies.
Right?
Or Snake pukes his guts out, and then... It's a real thing, too. You enjoy the killing. Is a psychic meter. I think that's what it is. Gets a little too low, or crazy, or flashes for a long time. He's feeling a battle high, and suddenly, ugh, what was I doing? Colonel, help me! I'm sorry, Snake, but you've been prematurely aging for some time now.
That's so obvious.
Because clones don't last long, I guess.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear? No. Well, that's not gonna be on the Switch. Sure it will. Not be. I guess. I don't know. I'm just rambling. My bad.
What else do I need? I don't know.
I'm gonna have Dimitri slaughter this guy. Like a mule.
That's what I need.
Dimitri's level 12. Congratulations, Dimitri. You now have the stat to become a dancer, maybe. But why would I do that?
He's a maniac, maniac on the floor.
Yes.
And he's dancing like he's never danced before.
There's a maniac.
Maybe he wants to be a dancer. That's what he's wanted all.
I don't know, we'll figure out who's gonna do the dancer and the dance-off when we get to that point in time, but for now, we have a rebellion to suppress. Because yes, even when we are students, we have to suppress this rebellion.
Thank you.
And I realize a downside of putting Dedue in all this heavy armor. He cannot really move that fast. know they have a heavy armor dude too, so okay. We'll let them
Yeah, I didn't think you
come to us, I guess. Oh, increase the roll advantage there. Let's patch up real quick and yeah. Catherine, you fool!
Let the lesson begin.
Okay, I just realized that my guy in mage uniform looks almost like the last Hokage.
Kinda does.
He's definitely leading the turtle tribe, I guess. I don't know. Who's that guy that's obsessed with the turtles?
I can't remember. It's been so long.
And it doesn't matter. He did
You
get
know
a
who
critical
he
hit
is.
on
He's
the
that guy.
armor man.
He's that guy.
He did a guy. Well, Felix can just slaughter anyone here, so I'm not gonna have him do an attack.
Stupid spiders.
Because he is a very good killer. And okay, Ash is gonna critical hit this guy in the face. Or shin, but still kill him, because he's Achilles apparently. Goodbye, Achilles. You won't be missed.
You're gone. Be gone.
Lightning job.
Don't mess with me. I can summon so many scopes and ninjas. I don't even know.
Does win shot too. Oh, it weakens their strength. Perfect. Mercedes definitely wants that skill. For combat art. Excuse me. Not a skill.
My thanks.
And dude cannot move into combat range. Thanks to me and Catherine and Ash all being in one location. Damn it, Catherine. Well, if all Sylvain can just finish this guy off and
Dang.
oh, you want to go for Ingrid? Alright, well, how about that? Be prepared for pain.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be very for Sylvain two-shotting it. You too, you fool. Sylvain, womanizer beyond all redoubt, takes heads home.
You. I will be the one to kill you. No other.
Leonardo, please.
You have
Calm
lost
your
all
britches.
sense of justice. You want to fight me?
Calm yourself.
So be it. I'll send you to meet your goddess.
Where's my laundry?
Monk. Oh right, she does have an armor slayer, but wait, no. Night Kneeler. We'll wait on doing that. I want to have to do getting a kill or something, as he is in heavy armor and can't really get there too. Oh, right. I can... Right, Felix can attack from
You
here.
have been deceived by that witch. I will show you the truth.
You will, huh? Prepare for some damage. In that case. Should I have dramatic irony occur here and have his adoptive son just deliver the killing blow?
Yes.
I think that I'm gonna do that, actually.
Yes. That is
it's gonna be depressing, but it's gonna happen.
Still.
I'll have Victory sit here in the flank. Oh, he is a javelin. Oh no. I'm gonna have Felix walk away from there now, because if I keep him there, he's just gonna kill him. I'd rather not have that happen right now. Okay, sit there and wait. Ash. Shoot your daddy.
Stand down, Ash. I must destroy these evildoers by any means necessary.
Please surrender, Lenato. Whatever your reasons for doing this, we can still talk it out.
Rhea is an infidel who has deceived the people and desecrated the goddess.
Oh no.
We have virtue and the goddess herself on our side.
Well, now, speaking straight heresy here.
Dragging the townsfolk
Heresy.
into it like this isn't right.
He's like, hey, that archbishop that you guys are following is an infidel and has disgraced the goddess. And Ash is like, dude, you have to drain the townsfolk into this though, man. He's like, damn it, son.
Dang.
Okay, well, change of plans. That did not kill him. So how about I have... Wait. To do. It's your time to shine. Throw an axe and save the day. Yes!
That vile woman. Kristoff, forgive me.
The axe. Clinches it.
Lenato,
I never thought I'd see Lenato meet this fate. Well done, everyone. Let's
So
gather
many
our troops and
plans.
go.
Your allies did not suffer heavy losses, so you earned a reward from the Church of Saros. Get a book. Okay, thanks for the book.
Okay.
Get an icon of the goddess. Okay. This is just an action figure. Yes. And Dimitri is pumped for whatever's next. And looks like I lost a follower.
No.
Oh no. Could it be the prophecy?
It's the prophecy.
Thank you so much.
Why did this happen? Lenato was always such a kind man. Everyone in the village was...
It was not the prophecy.
so nice to me, and
It was something else.
I killed them.
I'll figure it out
killed them
later.
all.
Doesn't matter.
I had to. I know I
Or does
had
it?
to. I know that.
Or
but
does it?
still, what does that make me?
Please, don't beat yourself up, Ash.
Ash, please stop beating yourself
what had
up.
to be done.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be bothering you. I'm going to check on the town. I hope my brother and sister are okay.
That was my first time killing civilians too. Those who
And
I
we
swore
killed a
to
bunch of
protect.
civilians. Well.
Are you insane? Those weren't knights or soldiers, but fathers and sons. We shouldn't have killed them. We should have found another way. I'm sorry. It's not fair for me to blame you for the circumstance. I know that if we hadn't done what we did, even more civilian lives would have been lost. At least my mind understands that, but my heart... Professor, those in power, no matter the era, always claim they fight for a just cause. That they take life to protect it.
To go get my laundry.
Okie doke.
Is it truly okay to take any life
All
we
right.
please? All in service of some implacable just cause? Lord Lonato didn't take up arms out of a lust for power. He simply believed his cause to be just. Who's to say it wasn't? Maybe we didn't have to cut him down like that. Maybe
There's
we could have
quite a
reached
few
a
of you
mutual
here.
understanding.
Welcome to
Found a path of peace.
this.
And
thank you,
have to believe that.
Hero the Beardo.
Perhaps the
for the
notion
lurk.
sounds laughable to you. Mere lip service to naive ideals. But I can't believe otherwise.
Sorry to intrude, but this incident may be more serious than anticipated. I found this on Lord Lonato. It's a note that mentions a plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. We can't tell who sent it, so the source is suspect, but the content is too disturbing to ignore. We must report this to Lady Rhea right away. I hope that it's nothing.
Well, plans do tend to be something.
I am glad to see that you have returned safely. The goddess is gracious with her divine protection. But it was not only her divine protection that shielded you, was it?
Well,
you are just as skilled as I had hoped. I am not so sure. I heard some of the students were hesitant about fighting militia.
Well.
However, we must punish any sinner who may inflict harm upon believers, even if those sinners are civilians. I pray the students learned a valuable lesson about the fate that awaits all who are foolish enough to point their blades towards the heavens.
Well.
Our real concern is what Catherine reported. The secret message that was in Lord Lonato's possession. It contained a deplorable plot to target the Archbishop on the day of the goddess's rite of rebirth. The plan seems unrealistic at best, but a threat is a threat. We must maintain constant vigilance. To that end,
Moody.
I would like for you and your students to help with security on the day of the ritual.
That is most reassuring. You have my gratitude.
The rite of rebirth is of paramount importance. It is when the Church of Seros and its believers unite to pray for the return of the goddess. The Archbishop and I will be confined to the Goddess Tower once the ritual begins. Of course, the Knights will be on high alert as well. But there aren't enough of them to keep watch on every corner of the monastery. It is far from ideal to be forced to mobilize students, but the gravity of this situation requires that we all bend to avoid breaking.
While there is no need to fear for my safety, we cannot turn a blind eye to those who would blaspheme so heinously.
With any luck, this will all be for naught. Still, be on your guard.
Of course. I just realized another dumb thing I forgot to do. Oh no. Well, we'll get to that point.
Part 1. White Clouds. Blue Sea Moon. The Goddess's Rite of Rebirth. As the sun grows stronger and the nights grow ever shorter, the Blue Sea Star returns to the sky once more. Believed to be the goddess's home, her followers look to the star and commence celebrations of her rebirth. On the grounds of Garreg Mach Monastery, a grand ceremony is held in honor of this much-anticipated event. Every true follower of the Church of Seros is sure to be in attendance.
go in. It's great.
Thanks.
Dimitri would like to speak with me. Now a good time.
Perfect timing,
of course.
Professor. If you don't mind, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you. It's in regard to sword training. Not for myself, but well, to be honest,
just in time.
I've been teaching swordsmanship.
Perfect
to the
timing.
orphans at the
Dimitri's
monastery
having
for a
me
while
teach
now.
a lesson to us, swordsmanship lesson to some orphans.
Oh. Okay.
Some of them saw me
How's that
sparring with the
going?
knights one day.
He's
They
approaching
started
me about it
pestering
right
me
now.
to teach them. They were so earnest, I couldn't help but oblige. There's much I wish to show them, but due to my own studies and training, I'm afraid my time is rather limited.
Like he'd like to teach them himself,
brings me
but
to my
he's
fate.
doing a lot of training,
Your
so he
swordsmanship
kind
is
of needs our help.
unmatched. I hate to ask this of you, but would you consider lending me a hand? Thank you, truly. I am in your debt, and I always repay my debts, I'll have you know. All of these children lost their families and homes to war or illness. This may sound a bit arrogant, but I feel it's my responsibility to help them. I lost my parents without warning, too. In that way, we're the same. In Dusker, I lost my father, stepmother, and closest friends. I didn't have many allies at the castle after that. In truth, I had only Dedu for
Oh,
companionship.
Dedu was his only friend for companionship.
I once had people I could confide in. Family, friends, instructors, even the royal soldiers. But they were all taken away from me 4 years ago.
But it all happened 4 years ago.
But there were those outside the castle walls I was close to, such as Rodrigue. Pardon my rudeness. I meant Lord Rodrigue. He is my father's old companion, and the father of Felix. On the occasions he would visit the capital, he'd take me out hunting or on long horse rides. While Dedu is like a brother to me, Rodrigue is more like a second father. It might sound ridiculous, but he's the kind of man I hope to become one day. Someone who helps others. Someone who can reach out and save a lost soul. Oh, please accept my apologies for boring you with my life story. In any case, don't forget your promise, Professor. I'm counting on you.
Don't forget your promise to train these orphans how to use a sword. Because swording is important in Fargus.
So, our task for this moon is to patrol and guard the monastery, to help put a stop to that assassination plot. The knights will certainly have their hands full protecting Lady Rhea, and perhaps our enemy is counting on that.
Please, elaborate.
Why would Lord Lonato be carrying around a secret note with an assassination plot written on it? Isn't it possible he hoped to monopolize everyone's attention with this alleged plot in order to distract from his true aim?
Maybe they're after the treasure vault. There's also lots of valuable stuff in the library and Professor Hanneman's quarters.
True. The monastery undoubtedly houses many weapons that rival even the hero's relics.
Whatever their aim, we can't allow any harm to come to the ladies of the monastery.
Okay, so...
I mean, what would I do with my spare time? You mean to say we should search the monastery, try to find what the enemy is truly after?
Yes. And we should be prepared to fight them as well, should it come to that. I wouldn't mind getting in some training.
Well, then.
A secret meeting, Professor? Oh, we haven't been introduced. I
Oh,
am Shamir.
a new character.
Shamir is one of the Knights of Saros, and this young man here is...
I work for Lady Rhea, and I'm Shamir's apprentice. Oh, the name's Cyril.
And Cyril.
Yep, she's teaching me about the bow and the sword and all kinds of stuff. I've
I'm
gotta
sure
protect
you'll
Lady
grow to
Rhea,
be a
so
fine
that's
young
why I've
man,
gotta
Cyril.
learn all I can from Shamir.
Cyril adores Rhea. That aside, if you need anything, ask.
Do. Wait, if I say that too much, do will actually appear in my room. And these are blank percentages for reasons. I'm assuming it's because we can only explore. That's fine. Let's explore. And oh, right. There's a loading thing in our room.
A hero's relic. However, could I know something? Still, it is heavy on my mind.
He's apparently inside us. It's a long story.
Stone within the sword.
What?
A glow of red. Oh, it is nothing.
Sword into stone and glow red. Okay, got it. That's suspicious.
It's spoopy.
Oh, and Germans are starting this week. Okay.
Hey, Professor. Oh,
Hey,
Professor.
Caspar.
I was just reading this letter from my father. Do you know him? He's a pretty big deal in the Empire. He only writes to ask how my training's going, or how many monsters I've killed. Stuff like that. Hey, I got a favor to ask.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna take a look at my stats here real quick. I think I have enough dex. Not sure about the charm. Okay. Support time. We'll have them talk it out soon enough. For now. Flower is there. Let's pick up other questicles here.
Questicles?
Hey,
Let's
Dimitri,
see.
you have a
The enemy's
quest.
aim lies elsewhere. We had better discern their true intent quickly. As I see it, our best option is to explore every inch of the monastery. We should also speak to everyone here. Let's plan to compare notes once you've got a lead.
Alright,
Will you do me a
Scooby, you go get into the refrigerator. I will go into the cabinet with the bread in it. The bread locker.
Bathroom.
And you, it's a me, will talk to this old man in this
You
room.
have fought alongside Catherine. I would wager that her power exceeded your expectations. Had you the chance to witness her relic? Thunderbrand, glowing red. That glow is a sure sign that her blood contains a crest that harmonizes with that hero's relic.
Moss, that is highly suggestive. Please keep that comment here. Okay. Where else can we teleport to? You. That is.
I've been in town procuring some supplies for Flame. Nothing out of the ordinary. Do not trouble you. I have something to ask of you.
Birdie.
Setting fire to the stables to distract everyone. To cause a commotion. It is the oldest trick in the book. But I cannot shake the thought that our enemies may attempt it. I will stand guard and watch over the stable. And the knight's horses. They are truly magnificent.
Watch over them horses.
Please, do me a favor.
Alright. And hunt down all these objectives. First, let's go to the... German organizers.
You're skilled. Why won't you battle me?
Suspicious.
Sending an assassin to the monastery, Hopefully it's someone worth crossing blades with. It seems we're cut from the same cloth.
Inner sword tournament. Hey, Felix, you're hoping to test your sword on somebody? Alright, let's toss you in. Okay, well, this is a pretty one-sided battle right here.
Why am I even here?
There we go. This is a good way to get some money out of. He's not going to do damage either. Well then.
Another win.
That one's going to do nothing again.
Too easy.
In fact, that was a one-shot. Okay. This one might have a chance. No. No chance
Next
at
time,
all.
bring your friends.
Just taking home these heads with a wooden sword. Okay. Well. Congratulations. Felix has won. You gain an enhanced sword store. Steel store.
I'm glad I
Steel
asked
sword. Jesus, I can't speak today. That bike agrees. We can go here. Let's get this little Satcheth.
Well done. You have my thanks.
What?
I think I want to go.
Okay.
No, the thing that I forgot to do is go here. They do some gardening. That was a fool. Here, have some Pegasus. Stuff at the back. Probably should have used it. Okay. Oh. Lauren.
The goddess's rite of rebirth is the most significant ritual for the Church of Seros. Could it be that someone has spread these rumors of an assassination plot merely with the intention to hinder the celebration?
That is not a good line of logic to follow, my good friend. Here, have a tea set.
How kind of you.
I will have to repay you sometime.
We can invite people to tea. Alright. Oh. Let's begin the possible recruit process. I think. First, we're going to go...
The goddess's rite of rebirth is the most significant ritual for the Church of Seros. Could it be that someone...
Will you join me?
It would seem that your reputation is on the rise. Even Lady Rhea has taken a liking to you. It's a shame I am not in your class, but I suppose I am content with my current arrangement.
Need better charisma and reason. Or charisma. Okay, we'll be back for you. That said... Okay. That gives me a better chance to recruit anybody that's looking for Dex. Which is perfect for who I'm going to try to recruit next. Anyway. Enough of that silliness.
Hey, Professor. I hope you're well. As for me, I had a date with a splendid specimen of a knight. But now he's suddenly not in the mood to see me again. I blame all these rumors of a deathly figure showing up in town. Such an uproar must have, beyond reason, drawn his attention away from me.
Well, sounds like a problem that we'll deal with later.
What?
But for now, though.
Right. Hello there.
So, greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. The
Our
goddess's
favorite man.
rite of rebirth is this month, right? The monastery gates will be thrown wide open on that day. I'll be working as a guide.
Flash is surprised.
I hope I get to guide some lovely ladies around.
Gatekeeper. Been taking too many notes from Sylvain.
Oh.
I've heard talk of students wandering the monastery late at night. They wouldn't happen to be from your class, would they? Please keep your students in line, Professor. Kids these days.
Damn it, kids. Well, what's going on with that soon?
Hey there.
Ah. Sudden noises.
The monastery holds many treasures. Maybe the enemy is after one of those? Even so, the idea of stealing from a church is just horrible.
Well, we're gonna fix that in a moment. There we go. I think that's fixed. Maybe. Not quite. Okay. Enough of that.
Professor?
Okay. Well. Let's just escort him. Who is in this hall? Speak to it.
Okay. Professor.
Don't think I have the skill. That's so. Ew.
Is it true you got caught in the fighting? I'm so thankful you made it out alive. I don't know what we would do if we lost you.
And we recruit.
I do find you very interesting, Professor. I'm just not sure if it's enough to change classes. Let me think about it a bit more.
Alright. Be better charisma for her. Meanwhile. I need better man for this one. And how? Here is here somewhere. I think I should go this way. Here.
What's that? You spend too much time roaming the monastery. If you're looking for something, try less aimless wandering. Do you even know who the enemy is? You can't know why without knowing who. It's none of my business anyway. I'm just here to take care of enemies who get too close.
Okay. We'll learn from you later. Now, though, time to gather info.
Maybe. It would be terrible if the greenhouse was targeted. The plants in here are incredibly valuable. This place contains the heart of Garrett Mock's 995-year history. So many beautiful flowers, plants that can save or end lives. They are all my precious children.
I never see you in here. Okay. Next location.
Okay.
Dining.
Something in the monastery that someone might go after? There's so much here, I couldn't possibly name just one. Even
And
this
that is
new
a lurk.
kitchen
Nice.
contains precious wares, wine bottles from centuries past and the like. I hear that stuff is fancy, but not very drinkable. I doubt anyone would go to the trouble of stealing it.
Someone can steal wine, somebody can steal the flowers.
Professor.
Professor? Do you know what this room is? It is the church's treasure vault. I say treasure, but I do not mean silver and gold and jewels. It mostly contains weapons, artifacts, and the like. Anything that would cause too great a stir, should it be stolen? No. The church knows better than to store anything too valuable in such an accessible location.
Somebody could be stealing weapons and stuff from here. We're gonna go to Cathedral. Or next year.
Here's a thought.
You.
With the whole monastery preparing for the goddess's rite of rebirth this month, it feels like everyone's a little on edge. Ah, Professor, hello. I have a quick question for you. Would you consider adding me to your class? I'd also like to talk to you about my future and stuff.
Yes.
Really?
Join our
Oh,
class,
thank you.
Ignatz.
I'll study and train as hard as I can. Thanks so much.
Join us. Join our cult.
Hey! The monastery's so big. How can we narrow down the list of possible targets? The only places I can think of are the vault and the library, and I guess that's it.
Yes.
Professor.
I have a thought. Have you visited the Goddess Tower? It's a sacred place used for rituals and the like. In general, students aren't allowed entry. But as you'd expect, that rule just excites their curiosity. Some have even tried sneaking in. Well, at least for this month, that kind of behavior is totally unthinkable. We have a lot more security, what with the goddess's rite of rebirth coming up.
And also, we can invite people to tea. think I might consider doing that, actually.
Professor, I am afraid I have acted a bit childishly toward my brother recently. Given the circumstances, I requested that he provide me with some candies. Silly of me, really. The timing was improper, and I regret it very much now. Oh, but more importantly, this place is off limits, Professor.
Oh,
it is
really?
only open to the public on the day of the goddess's rite of rebirth.
Okay, that's
Here's an idea. On the day of the rite, the monastery will be open to the public, including the Holy Mausoleum. The Holy Mausoleum is where the tomb of the divine Saros lies. There she slumbers, eternally.
You know who else slumbers
That's
eternally?
pretty much all that's in there.
Cthulhu.
Just an ancient coffin. It's sealed with a powerful magic to protect against would-be grave robbers.
Good to know.
Professor, you're kidding.
To the library. Side. Complete gardening.
There are numerous books in this library that you cannot find anywhere else. But once you are here, you can read them easily enough. I doubt someone would go to the trouble of stealing one. Sometimes Seteth will dispose of books that are deemed inappropriate for the monastery, but that's about it. In a way, I suppose that makes those particular volumes more valuable, right?
Things are all owned by Seteth are valuable.
Unbelievable. What a terrifying story. However, an assassination attempt on Lady Rhea is doomed to fail. Pardon? You think the goal may be different than simple assassination? Intriguing. I suppose the priceless objects in this room could perhaps draw thieves. However, there's no one but me who could make use of them.
Right. We found all of our intel. Dimitri.
Let's see. Thanks for your help. So, there is something that the church values above all else. On the day of the rite, it will be open to the public. That will make gaining entry far easier than usual. You know the place of which I speak.
Holy Mausoleum.
Yes, that is the most likely possibility. We do not know their objective, but there is a good chance that our enemy is planning to target the Holy Mausoleum.
Alright. Well. It is time. Let's debut the team account. In fact, let's debut it on our good friend who we just recruited, Ignatz. Because reason.
Let's see. The monastery's so big. The only places I...
Let's go the T.
Let's see.
Oh shit, he can't make it. Never mind. How about we take Ingrid the T? That's right. Hello.
Maybe.
Should I take Necro Junkie?
Professor.
Yes.
Professor, while the investigation is important, don't forget to make time for your training. If we have to battle and cannot win, all will be lost. We don't know who our enemy is, so we must be prepared for anything.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Ingrid accepted my invitation to tea.
Yay. I had like a small like cleaning frenzy thing that just happened.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Let's kind of stall.
Now it's time for not so quick time.
Not so quick time. Okay, so tape.
Yes, I agree.
A D20.
Yes, I agree. I'm already thinking of my next meal.
Next me.
Thank you for the treat. I had such a great time.
Did that increase charisma? It did not increase charisma, but it did increase affection. Okay, that's... That was my one shot to increase it. Oh well, there's future opportunities. We're okay. We still have a few chapters to go before that becomes relevant.
Okay.
Anyway. That said, let me see if I have the secret weapon up my sleeve.
What the?
I might have the secret.
The secret weapon.
Not quite. But soon. I learned. Alright, Hanneman.
Unbelievable. What a pardon. Intriguing.
We can get this up to.
The glory of progress.
Okay. It might be a couple levels before we get the required charm requirement.
You'd best keep your distance. In this nervous state, I might just cut you down. Oh, come on, I'm only kidding. Need something, Professor? I'm on an important mission for Lady Rhea. Until that's done, I can't offer.
Oh. We need to be a certain level to recruit certain people. That's okay, though. We'll get them.
Grateful. Might you have come looking for me because you were worried about my safety? I'm quite all right, but your concern means a great deal.
And now that we have a new recruit that has joined our cult, I mean class. Excuse me.
Cult.
What's the matter? You're running all over creation?
We must
you don't believe Lady Rhea is the real target, do you? Even so, the Knights have their orders. We can't... The Goddess's Rite of Rebirth is an important event for the Church of Seros. They say it's the day when the Goddess will return to walk among us. Not too likely, if you ask me. Best if you keep it.
Alright, kind of work on the secret weapon. Anyway. Head chef challenge. Oh no. Oh lord. What does this involve? Head chef challenge. Okay. You subject Ash and Sylvain to whatever this terrible creation is.
This looks delicious.
Well, Ash likes it.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor.
And
This is
Sylvain
my
likes it
favorite.
too. Okay. We did it. We found a good meal on accident.
Dang.
It was dang.
Oh, I guess like finally Hulu on Hulu Plus, Sailor Moon, like the full uncensored entirety is on there.
Yeah.
Like I remember watching that with my sister. Sister.
That looks appetizing.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
Oh dang.
Let's see. Guess what I could do. By Dorothy. Food time.
I think I like this, but it's been a while, so I'm not sure. Ooh, this is my favorite. You've got great taste.
Yes. Well, alright. Matter of giving something. Going to use this opportunity. Oh yeah, our new classmate is named Ignaz.
This is my
He likes the bow.
favorite. How did you know, Professor?
This food is a revelation. I can't help but smile when I eat it.
Alright. Now we need to give her a thing. There she is. Oh wait, she's been here the whole time. I should have just walked by.
I bought the ingredients for making some sweet treats I can't wait to eat. Huh? Oh, I know it looks like I'm fooling around, but I'm not. I'm preparing for potential battle during my patrol by making sure I have plenty of food I can eat while walking. Smart, huh?
Motorcycle.
I just thought I'd be more alert if I had something sweet in my tummy.
Found the school sorcery book. Is it yours?
Oh, that!
Oh yes, it
I thought it was
was.
gone for good. How did you know it was mine?
Yes. Well then.
So sleepy.
Are you really gonna sleep right in the middle of this dining hall?
I found an interesting book in the library. Got so caught up reading it, I forgot to sleep.
You are
Just
going to
in
sleep in
discovering
here.
The coffins of the four saints in the sanctum
What?
each have their crests carved into them.
Wait, what?
So it's like a Halloween, 31 nights of
seems
Halloween,
pretty-
all October.
Relaxed. My professor
Freeform.
is so strict.
So
So
you
is
got
the
stuff
house
like
leader.
Hocus Pocus,
What do you say?
Simpsons
I believe I'd
Treehouse of
enjoy being a
Horrorthon,
member of your class.
Addams Family, and Addams Family Values, 31 Nights of Halloween Fan Fest, Goosebumps stuff, Hotel Transylvania, Ghostbusters, Nightmare Before Christmas, which is both a Christmas and a Halloween. I don't care what people say.
And Sleepy Boy is a member of my class. Welcome to class, Linhart.
Scream.
Yes.
More Hocus Pocus stuff.
Huh.
More Goosebumps. And then randomly in there on October 8th you have Iron Man.
What was that last one?
Iron Man.
Oh.
Like,
well,
the
that
Marvel
would be
movie,
horrifying
Iron...
to watch now, wouldn't it?
How is that a horror? That's
don't
not
know.
a horror. It's not.
I know, it's weird. But I got Sleepy Boy to join my class, so everything is okay.
Yay.
Hello. That reminds me.
It's wonderful. And now we are going to save, actually. Because I'm going to do some Eldritch Sorcery in between streams here. And, yeah. I also have to go shortly for a little bit, and then D&D.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's take a look. See it here. Okay. Anyway, thank you for stopping by the stream. We hope to see you again. Y'all, fantastic people. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye. It has occurred.